All right, I'm Dave,
I'm Kristen.
and this is Accidental Nonsense episode Who Knows? I'm not sure. We recorded for about 5 to 10 minutes, and then we didn't realize that it stopped recording. Maybe I accidentally hit it or something, but we're back now. I'm not sure when it stopped. We're not going to recap. We'll recap quickly what we talked about, and hopefully we'll add bits and pieces. But we talked about the Queen's death, how I don't
We
really
did.
have a recollection of like where I was. Kristen was at a restaurant called Spanky's.
Sparky's, I think.
Sparky's.
Yeah.
And then we talked about Cooter Browns. Shout out to Cooter Browns of Rehoboth Beach. Great place to eat. Southern Kitchen.
No, they had really great. I had shrimp and grits. It was great. It was really good.
And that was good?
It was. It was called. Oh, nope, that's an auto repair place. I don't know.
Oh, you're
Anyways,
talking about Spanky's.
I'm trying to find it because I want
Or
to.
Cooter
share
Browns.
it.
Because Cooter Browns, I had the...
Well, I got some crab cakes there, and they weren't too bad. Everything else was so-so.
Everything else was good. So Kristen remembers where she was at with the Queen's death. I don't remember because I wasn't really... I didn't have as much of a impact on my life as I know.
I
she's
mean,
been
it's
around
not
for
like
years.
it was like monumental, but I
Right.
remember.
It's just someone
'cause
who's been around like historically for years, and they passed away. So
I like looked up and I saw on the TV in the little bar and grill that
and you were like,
breaking
wow.
news
Yeah,
right on the
and
TV.
and
It felt kind of old school for me because how often do you just have the TV on and you see breaking news? Usually you're on Twitter or something.
Yeah, last time it was probably like because whenever that happens, you're thinking like something big just happened, like whether it's and you know, not to say that like, you know, it's heartbreaking to lose somebody or anything, but there's a point in life where it's like it's expected that somebody isn't going to
Wow.
live forever, and like you're late in your 90s,
Yeah.
you know, so it's not as
Still
like
sad though. I mean, she was. I mean, we don't want people dying, but yeah,
No, we don't want
she
people to live
lived
forever.
she lived a long life.
she lived a solid life.
She was solid.
She was solid. All right, so let's move on here real quick because it's officially fall of 2022.
It is.
And it is. So what are your favorite fall things?
Oh, caramel apple pops are the best.
I was going to ask too about like what your favorite like candies are.
Caramel apple pops would probably be my only favorite fall candy. Besides, I really like just the square caramels are really good. It's just like eating caramel.
Right.
So, yeah, you got one. So, I don't
I'll
really
make it
like
look like
any
it's
other
just floating.
candies. What candy do you hate the most? Fall candy.
Oh, you know what I hate the most actually is the candy corn with like the chocolate tops. You know how there's different kinds of candy corn? There's like the regular candy corn with like the yellow, white, and whatever.
Yeah.
And then there's the candy corn where they add like chocolate into it. That's disgusting. I cannot stand
See,
that.
I was going to say I just hate candy corn, period.
No,
It's
not
the
me.
worst
I love
fall
candy corn. I
candy
just
for
hate
me.
they just ruin it with the chocolate. They ruin it with the chocolate. They just
No,
ruin
it's
it with the
nasty
chocolate.
as is.
But is it?
But
don't know.
I
like
just
that, but I
love
do
going to.
caramel apple lollipops are the best.
They are the best. Shout out to Caramel Apple Pops. Who makes those?
I don't even know. Would you rather do a Tootsie? It says Tootsie. So what? Tootsie Rolls make them? I guess Tootsie
What?
Rolls make
That's
them. I never
Hershey.
knew that.
Isn't it? That's Hershey.
Well, then Hershey makes it. If Hershey makes Tootsie, then Tootsie make. It says Tootsie on the top
But
of it.
why would they put Tootsie? Does it look like the Tootsie Roll?
Yeah.
Hold on. Back it
I
up a
can't
little.
really see it.
Oh.
I'll send a picture later, but it's okay. Would you
I-
rather apple pick or pumpkin pick?
Well, apple picking is like more useful because you can get a bunch of apples and eat them, which you can eat
Right.
the pumpkin too, but usually I would carve the pumpkin. I mean, I like pumpkin picking because that's just fun and different.
Right.
I'm excited because this
Yeah,
is
I
my
like-
first fall where I'm going to able to do like U.S. fall fun things in like 5
Yeah.
years.
Are you coming? Are we going? We're going pumpkin picking, right? Are
Yeah,
we doing
and
that this
our-
Saturday?
Yeah, and Matt can't come, so shame
Oh,
on
we can.
him.
Oh, so we can pick somewhere that's closer to me.
We're
then.
gonna do it in betweener. In between.
Sounds good to me. We'll do it in
us,
between
yeah.
her. Shoot. No, but I
I
think
like
fall,
pumpkin.
fall is one of my favorite times of the year.
What do you like?
Yeah, I'll choose pumpkin too. I'll choose pumpkin too. Apple picking's fun, but pumpkin picking, there's more that goes into it after the fact, right? So you get pumpkins, then you can
Right.
go home and you carve them. You could like have a whole like thing. You could
Would
roast. Do you
you
eat the pumpkin seeds?
rather? Yeah, of course. You know what's
Mm.
good? You can make like garlic ones with like some chili on them, or you can make cinnamon pumpkin seeds. Make them like those are good too. I like flavoring
Shoot.
them.
Go. What
Do
were we
would
saying?
you rather paint your pumpkin or carve the pumpkin?
I actually normally paint it
Do you?
because it's
It's a
less
bit
it's
easier.
less work. Yeah,
That's how I
but
feel.
I enjoy carving it better. But I'd rather
I enjoy the
paint it.
outcome of the carved pumpkin, but the whole
Right.
process, like your hands are always cold if you're outside with the pumpkin goop, scraping it
Mm.
out. Then you have to clean the seeds because you want to eat the seeds and put them in the oven. Yeah,
Wait. It's definitely more of a process. For
way
sure.
more.
Way more of a process. But I do love. Do you like pumpkin spice? Here's the question: do you like the pumpkin spice stuff?
I like pumpkin spice, but I have to tell them, I swear back in China, I swear, so they came out with pumpkin spice latte in China for the past few years. This last year was kind of hit or miss if the places would have them, but I don't think they put as much of the syrup in it. So it tasted so good to me because it wasn't super overpowering and sweet. And then I came back here, I had to tell them to put less syrup in it
See,
because it was too
I
sweet.
I feel like pumpkin spice. It's more of a for a lot of people. I feel it's more of a just like it's the thing to do. It's the thing to get
But
excited
it
about.
does taste good though.
I don't think it tastes good at like certain coffee places. Like I think
Have you had it
Dunkin'
at?
has a pretty good pumpkin spice
Do
kind of
they?
like stuff, latte type stuff. But like Starbucks, if you just got their pumpkin like spice like cold brew, it's not as good as like some of the stuff they have.
But you get cold brew. That might be different.
Yeah, that probably is different because like the pumpkin spice cold brew at Dunkin' is disgusting.
I have to tell them not to put whipped cream on it though.
You don't like the cream on it.
No. I haven't tried
Cancel the
Dunkin's.
whip.
Tim Hortons has one too. Everybody does them now, I guess.
See, we
That's
we
new
don't
to
have
me.
a Tim Hortons. Everybody that's the thing though. Like nowadays, like everybody does like pumpkin spice stuff, and everybody
Starbucks
does
kind
like
of made that a thing.
yeah, and everybody does a crispy chicken sandwich. You notice that ever since Popeyes came out with the chicken sandwich, every
What?
restaurant has it.
Popeyes
Every
came
restaurant
out
has
with
like
it?
they
There's been
started like this.
chicken sandwiches before
No,
that.
there has been, but not like the classic chicken sandwich that Popeyes dropped. And then after
Doesn't
that,
Chick-fil-A,
KFC dropped
weren't they
one.
founded on the chicken sandwich?
They were founded on like chicken stuff. I don't think the chicken sandwich, but I don't.
Chick-fil-A
listen, I'm just saying,
chicken sandwich?
Popeyes
We need to look
started
that
the
up.
movement. Popeyes started the movement.
No.
You see every restaurant you go to, classic chicken sandwich with pickles and whatever. That's it. She's typing. Check it
I'm
out.
gonna look.
Check it out. Look it up. Who started the chicken sandwich movement? And I'm gonna look up real quick what episode we're on because that's still bothering me.
This claims that it debuted the chicken sandwich Chick-fil-A did in 1964.
So who did it after?
So
But-
when did
but
Popeyes chicken
but ever since
sandwich
the
come
Popeyes-
out? It just says
It's
August
like
12th.
2000s. Yeah, it was like a 2000 like 18, 19.
So
something like that.
Chick-fil-A started it.
But they might have started it, but
'Cause-
Popeyes started the competition with all these places now doing it.
I disagree.
I don't disagree. Nobody was talking about chicken sandwiches until Popeyes.
They
dropped
were
their
when
chicken
they
sandwich.
saw that line out of Chick-fil-A, and they were
No,
like,
they were
holy
talking about
crap, we
chicken.
need to get on this chicken sandwich. Do you go to Chick-fil-A and just get chicken? So many people just get this chicken sandwich. They have like 3 things on their menu. It's like a chicken sandwich.
No,
you can get some
I
other
get the chicken
thing
like
and
I get
tenders.
the chicken minis, and mainly just for breakfast.
Well, yeah, breakfast. Of course, you get the chicken minis.
Does
That's just a
Chick-fil-A have
mini
a
chicken
pop-
sandwich.
Does Chick-fil-A have a pumpkin spice chicken sandwich?
They could serve it on pumpkin bread.
And then like just don't put the whipped cream on it.
Yeah. I had some pumpkin bread. You know, shout out to Hillside Farms, I think it is, in Ashland or near Mansfield, Ohio, Richland County, whatever county I'm in. I don't know. But they made some pumpkin bread, and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to be in the right mind for it because it's not like, you know how banana bread is sweet.
Yeah.
It's not like a dessert bread. It's just like a baked sourdough pumpkin bread.
Just
But it
baked
was
bare-
good.
Baked pumpkin bread.
I'd slice it up with some butter and cinnamon, and it was good.
And then throw on a sweatshirt and sit outside.
So what
and
I'm
eat
saying is they could serve it on that bread, and that
You
might
gotta
work.
talk to Chick-fil-A. We
It
should
might
open up
work.
a branch of it or whatever you call it. What do you call it?
I don't remember.
I don't know. Franchise
Franchise.
in the Chick-fil-A thing. Yeah. So I don't know.
Speaking of
fall-wise, yeah.
I'm
hot
drinking some
cocoa.
hot cider. Hot cocoa's not
Hard
fall.
cider, you said?
That's winter.
You're
Hot
drinking hard cider.
Hot.
Oh, hot cider.
Do you like hot apple cider?
I don't like hot drinks.
What?
I'll drink cold apple cider.
You don't ever
I don't
drink
like hot drinks.
What?
Yeah, that's why I never liked coffee before because
I
it was
just
always
thought
in
you
my
just
mind
liked
it was just hot
coffee
coffee.
iced.
No, I don't
You
like
don't like
hot. I don't
any
like hot
hot
coffee.
drinks?
I don't like hot cider. I
But,
don't like my milk hot.
Like hot water and like hot stuff is good for you sometimes. Like when you're
Hot
sick
water?
or
I guess the only thing I guess I would drink hot would be tea.
soup.
Tea.
But do you drink
Soup's
tea?
not a drink. I drink.
But do
occasionally,
you
when
like your
when I have a
soup
sore
hot?
throat, I drink tea. Yeah, but that's not a drink. I'm not drinking my soup. I'm
You
eating my
do
soup.
drink it though. You drink
No,
it while you
eat
eat
your
it.
soup. Comment below if you eat or drink soup.
You slurp soup.
I don't slurp it. How often I eat my soup with one of the holy spoons so that I just eat what's in the soup. Like if there's
Why
like
do you
chicken
even
noodles,
have
I just
soup?
eat the noodles.
Just make pasta.
Listen, sometimes you have to have soup. Well, then do you eat or drink chili?
You eat chili because it's thicker.
So what if
It's
I
like
let
a
my
stew.
soup sit out for a while? Like tomato soup, if I
To
let it sit, it's going to
evaporate?
get hardened because the milk. It's going to get all like. If it was moldy and stuff, would I eat it then, or am I still drinking moldy
Okay,
soup?
here's a question. How
Go ahead.
long say okay, so it doesn't have meat in it and say there's no dairy products in it. So it's like that risk is out. How long would you let your food sit out before you wouldn't eat it? Like how long would it take? Like if there was food on the counter, so like a soup, but it was like an all vegetable, like there's no I guess bacteria can still grow. But
Probably the next morning. Like if I forgot it overnight, I wouldn't eat it. But if I'm like up, if I left it there and it was like 4 p.m. and then it got to be like 10:30, 11, I'll probably, and I was hungry and I was like, oh, I want that. I'd probably
at
eat it
night
before
or
bed.
in the oh.
At night. If it was sat overnight and I woke up in the morning, and then I probably wouldn't.
So I would probably wait until like maybe that next day I'd probably give it a whole 24 hours.
You 24 hours is the limit.
Yeah. If it was
me.
like, not meat or
I guess
something.
mine's more of like what's gotten into it. Like, did my cats come up and like put their paws in it after touching the kitty litter? I just wouldn't risk it.
Well, say there's a lid on it. Like you left a pot of soup or like
Probably still the next morning.
you
I'd
covered
probably
some.
still think
Oh, so you'd throw it out the next morning or you would eat it the next morning?
I would still throw it out the next morning.
All right. Well,
Like this, for example, it was like a chicken kebab thing with like onions and like chicken and stuff and pineapples, right? And it was
Okay.
put in the fridge. If this was left out, I don't think I would eat it because
Well,
even in the fridge, it tastes kind of gross because the pineapples are making it all like watery. But I'm
so
still
you
eating
wouldn't even eat it after sitting in the fridge.
Yeah, that's true. No, I normally
But
like
chicken,
the idea of
that's
leftovers,
why I
but I
said
don't eat it.
no meat. Because if it were meat and I left it overnight, I probably wouldn't eat it.
Right.
So
Do you like sweaters?
I like sweaters. I have a lot of sweaters.
Is that the best thing about fall? Since we're talking about fall, is being able to throw on a sweater.
No,
I think that's the best thing about fall.
that's nice. I
Yeah,
think it's like
it's-
you can just like go. Yeah, you can be outside in a sweater, like a like jacket,
And not sweat.
You don't have to sweat all the time. And Thanksgiving is in the fall.
Thanksgiving's in
That's
the
a good
fall.
holiday. You can eat and
That's a great holiday. It's the only time I actually like eat leftovers, or I'm excited about eating leftovers.
What's your favorite Thanksgiving? Maybe we should save that for later.
We should probably save it. I'll make a note. We're
Okay,
gonna talk
we'll
about
save that.
Thanksgiving later.
But Halloween, are you
We can
going to
talk
dress
about
up for Halloween?
I normally don't. I guess one year I kind of did. I normally don't anymore. But I kind of did one year, but it was really basic. It was like I threw on a badge and pretended like I was like an undercover police officer, and I walked around with the kids because the kids wanted me to dress up.
That doesn't even really count.
Oh no, it counted. I look good.
What are your kids going to be this year? What's the popular Halloween costume?
I don't know.
For
They go
kids?
back and forth, and then they get what they wanted, and then they change their mind before normally. But I think it's one of them's going to be a cat, and the
Classic.
other one's going to be a secret agent. So he
Nice.
has but the thing is nowadays the other one he has a gun, one of those toy guns to put in a holster. But people get all weirded out with that kind of stuff nowadays. You walk around with like a toy gun in the holster, you know. You got to be like diligent on like, you know.
Yeah.
It's
So
not like back in the
that
day.
was kind of the funny thing. So in China, like people don't have guns, you know. They're illegal.
Right.
But the kids would have toy guns. You know how here they have the orange knobs
On
on
the ends
them
of it, yeah.
to show that they're fake and whatever. Well, they don't really have those there. So I would see these kids walking around with these like big machine gun looking things, and they're just all black, and they're like, I don't know, firing
But it's
them
just a
around.
given
and
that
stuff. It's
they
just a
definitely
fake
don't
gun
have
and
it.
stuff. But yeah,
But
right.
they know because
Right.
it's like there's for
Yeah,
sure. that- 'cause
obviously
we don't
it's
sell 'em.
obviously this kid doesn't actually have this huge gun.
Right.
But it's funny to see because I don't know, just different.
Oh,
But yeah,
I
it's
didn't-
not.
we,
They wouldn't care over there.
we got to talk about this real quick. And again, this is kind of like off topic, but somebody out of college, I can't remember who now, was arrested because they made a threat that if their team didn't win, I forget which school it was. Let me look it up. If their team didn't win, they were gonna blow up a nuclear bomb or something.
I
And
saw that,
you saw that, and I'm like, of
but I
course,
didn't.
it's a
Tell
joke.
tell us about it.
All right, hold up. Nuclear.
No, I
reactor.
saw that because you posted about it. Actually,
I
you
shared,
shared it on
University of Utah.
Instagram, and
So they
you
made
were
a
like,
threat about a campus nuclear reactor, about blowing up a nuclear reactor or something. And the article I read was like this person made a threat about like I'm going to blow up this nuclear weapon or whatever. But I'm like, obviously
Well-
that they figured out it was just a joke, whatever. And understand taking stuff seriously, but obviously people aren't just walking around with the ability to blow up nuclear weapons.
if it was a like nuclear power plant or something, he could threaten to like set off a bomb near it, right?
I mean, I guess he could, but how many times have like we done that though, where it's like our team's not winning? It's like, if we don't win, I'm gonna blow up the moon. You know, like how many times have we done like something like that, or like, if we don't win, I'm gonna bury everybody in this college. You know what I mean? Like people like make stupid comments all the time, and when it relates to like sports, so
Well,
you can't really take.
That's the problem is not nowadays, it's always been like that, I guess. But you never know when you can or can't take someone serious.
Yeah, that's why you
People
always gotta
do
be careful,
people
I
do
guess.
crazy stuff all the time, so because who knows,
What do you
maybe what?
What are you struggling with this week?
Just the usual.
Just the usual.
Well, I've been like kind of looking for jobs, but
But not really.
I went hard with it for like a week or two, and
And
then
then you're like, I want to stop.
you're like kind of get discouraged, and then you're like, all right, I'm done.
Yeah. Should move out this way.
Yeah, I should move to Pittsburgh.
I've been struggling finding energy.
Energy.
Played
You're
basketball
not
for the
sleeping
first time
well?
this last week. I played basketball for the first, like, actual game basketball for the first time in, like, 3 years. Twice this past week, over the weekend, and then also on Tuesday. And I just, had no energy. I just got to get my energy levels back up,
Why?
you know? Why don't I? I don't
Yeah.
know. If
Are
I
you
knew, I'd fix
sleeping?
it. I slept good today. I slept twice. Actually, I slept in, which sleeping in for me is about 7:30. And then after all of our activities for the day, because the kids had no school, I came home and fell asleep for like another hour and a half.
They didn't have school?
No, it's something I don't know what they shut
Is it a
down the
special
schools
day?
for today. Somebody threatened to blow up a nuclear bomb, and no, I'm just kidding.
Oh
No.
snap! I got chocolate.
All right, what's your morning routine? What do you do first when you wake up out of bed? What do you do first?
First thing I do, I cuddle my dogs. Once I get out of bed, I usually have to pee, and then I usually want to brush my teeth first.
Mm.
And then I'll have or I'll drink water. I'll wake up and I'll get water somewhere along in there.
Somewhere
And then
along
I
the
have
way.
to pee and brush my teeth. And I have to let my dogs out to go to the bathroom too. So,
See, I brush my teeth first. So
and I
don't
have to
forget.
wash my face. Do you shower in the morning or at night? So you don't
I
forget.
shower. I, I shower in the morning normally. I wake up, get a nice. Well, I wake up. So my morning routine basically is, I wake up, I use the facilities, I brush my teeth.
The facilities meaning the bathroom?
Yeah, and then I get my clothes on that I wore last night. Take the kids to school, come back home, then I get a shower, and then I go to work. So that's my routine. And skip breakfast.
Like real clothes or your pajamas?
Like, I know I wear my dirty clothes from the day before.
Oh, so you don't
I don't
dirty
have
a fresh
pajamas.
pair of clothes. That's a good question. I was going to ask that question to anybody. But do you have pajamas that specific pajamas, or do you just wear t-shirt and
See, the only time I really get pajamas is Christmas, because I think it's fun for family to all get matching pajamas for Christmas Eve. So if I was throwing a pair of pajamas, I'd throw on the pajama bottoms of something, right?
Yeah.
But normally I don't wear pajamas. I just wear shorts or
Same.
sweatpants. So there's no I don't have oh, here's my cute little.
And I like
pajamas.
it that way better because then it's less stuff I have. So I just have
Less stuff.
t-shirts. So then I can just wear a normal t-shirt to sleep in that's comfortable. And then
It's less stuff, and also you can throw on the same clothes. It's multi-use, right? It's I can use these for pajamas.
I could
and
sleep
just for
in that
daily
and
walk
then wake
away.
up and go.
And wake up and go. Nobody's gonna bat an eye at it.
So how many nights in a row would you wear your pajamas? Whatever you sleep in. But you shower in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
That's different.
And at night sometimes.
But I shower at night. So usually I'm always fresh before bed. So I'll go about 2 nights with wearing the same pajamas.
2 nights?
Yeah.
I'd probably go as long as they don't smell.
Maybe 3.
I smell them all
3
the time.
max. Usually 2.
I do that with all my clothes. If I have a pair of jeans, I'd keep wearing them, and then I'd smell them each morning. Oh, they smell okay. I'll throw them back on.
Okay.
Until they start smelling, you can keep wearing them, right? Because as
Alright.
long as other people are on, it doesn't matter about your mindset. Because as long as other people are oh, as long as they don't smell me, I know I've worn these jeans for the past 8-9 days, but they're still going
I get
strong.
more into the there are some nights where I'll wear a t-shirt to sleep in, and then it'll have been sitting, I'll get busy or something and I'll forget to put it back in the drawer or hang it where I usually hang it. And if it's
Right.
been sitting in say I folded it, sometimes I'll fold it and it'll be on the bathroom sink counter. If I forget it there, sometimes I'm oh, I can't wear that because it's been in this it hasn't
Gotcha.
been in its designated clean spot.
You have a clean spot.
So then I start thinking, and I'm what could have gotten on it, and has it been tainted? And I can't do it.
Tainted by what?
I don't know. Who knows what happens when things.
So were you worried about September 24th?
What is that supposed to mean something?
You haven't seen that the conspiracy
The world
hoax thing?
ending?
Well, not that. I don't think they were. Well, some people
Oh.
were saying the world was going to end, but they were saying The Simpsons predicted something, but then also some German politician said you were going to remember where you were on September 24th. Nothing happened, but they were talking about how the sun was going to release some solar flare,
Maybe
and
it
it was
just
going to
hasn't
knock
gotten
out
to
all the
us
power.
yet.
It was going to knock out all the power on the earth and all this stuff. But everything's fine. I
Well,
seem okay.
I
Am
wasn't
am I okay?
worried. Yeah, because I didn't know about it, so
So you were fine.
I was fine.
How long can you go before pineapples are bad if they're sitting in like soggy chicken juice?
I would never eat pineapple with chicken.
You want like pineapple with chicken?
No, do you like pineapple on your pizza?
Oh yeah, that's my favorite kind of pizza. Hawaiian pizza. That was like one of the best.
So I saw a meme. It was kind of funny. It said that like pineapple lovers and pineapple haters on pizza, we have a common enemy, and it was kiwi on pizza. I
Gross.
probably wouldn't care for that either. So,
You won't care about Pee-wee pizza?
oh, I have something to ask you. Have you seen
Go ahead. Last one. Let's go.
the Jeffrey Dahmer like series they created on Netflix? Have you heard of that?
Yeah, I've been seeing like highlights of it, but I don't know if I want to watch it. That's
Well,
creepy.
I started watching it because, like, sometimes those, like, kind of things are, I don't know, everybody loves, like, murder, mystery type of things. Obviously, this one isn't really a mystery. But I don't know. I started watching it, but now I feel like I'm, like, in it to where I want to see what they do with the series and how they wrap it up. But
So you're too far gone now.
well, I don't know. I feel weird about watching it. Well, one, it's pretty like, obviously it's kind of sick.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy. I don't
And
like that stuff.
well, and just don't know how I feel about it because I almost feel like it's giving him. He's dead now, but it's like giving him a stage for what he did, like the horrible things that he did and how sick he
Not
was.
even like just him, like other people. 'Cause I feel
Right.
like
Is
people
that
are
going to
like, well,
encourage people because they're like, oh, I'm going to get a, series made out
A
of me
TV
one
show,
day.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I don't know. Because there are people that look up to like creeps like that.
Yeah, and I don't know. This might make them, if they're ill like that, because obviously he had something wrong with him. Like, if they're like that too, then yeah, would that be a role model for them? And they're watching him on this series, and not that they make him seem cool in the series or anything, but if you're already kind of twisted, you could easily, like, I don't know. So I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I don't really want to like support that because it's pretty, pretty.
I haven't been watching it. I think that stuff creeps me out. That stuff creeps me out.
And
like
the
those
only
serial
reason I
killers and-
started it is because there's nothing. I'm caught up on my other shows that I've been watching, and there's nothing else. And I was like, this one kept popping up at the front of the line, and I was like, oh, let me put it on and see what they do with it. And at first, I thought it was going to be okay. So not to give away any spoilers, but I thought maybe it was going to like focus more on after the fact of like his trial and those things, just
Right.
by how it started off. But then it didn't. Now it's doing like the flashback stuff, and so now I'm like, oh, that's a bit like much. And so
Yeah. Have you been watching the new House of Dragons episode?
no, I don't. Well, I never watched it.
You gotta start. You gotta start that. That's good. That's better than Jeffrey Dahmer.
I've been watching She-Hulk on your
Yeah,
Disney Plus.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I'm liking it.
It's just different. I don't know.
She does a lot of the the third barrier. What's that called?
Yeah,
She
talking
talks to the
audience
audience a
type
ton.
thing. Yeah. But just the show in general, I feel like there needs to be some more like excitement with it. Like there needs to be something more. Because like even with like
Maybe.
Abominable dude Snowman, there needs to be more.
What?
No, Abomination. I know his name. Abomination.
Yeah.
Like,
Well,
there should be more.
is he even in it anymore?
That's what I think. I don't know. I have to catch up. I'm behind like an episode, but
The last episode, I don't think he was in it, but I hope that was just kind of like a filler one, and they bring him back because I like
Yeah,
that
because-
actor too.
yeah, no, and that was a lot of fun because that was the one of the first Hulks they made was with him as the person.
Yeah.
So, all right, that was fun. Caught
That
up a
was
little
fun.
bit. We got to start recording more frequently, I think, rather than once a month. Maybe twice a month. Maybe we move to twice a month.
Twice a week, and we'll just
Twice
push him out
Twice a
when
week.
we want.
Twice a week. All right, here. Let's do one. I'll do one. Would you rather, and then we'll call it a day. Actually, the podcast that I follow, it's the Freddy Show. They started doing. We should imitate that though. We should copy them. We're gonna copy them because they do like fun like drafts now. You know, like the NBA draft, NFL draft. So they do that with different things. So they did that with cereal, and then once you pick it, so like we each get a pick, and like we do top 5, and if I chose like Reese Puffs, you couldn't choose them. You'd have to pick and see whoever has the best like
That'd be
cereals
fun.
picked. Yeah, so we'll do something like that later on. I think that'd be a lot of fun. But here's the would you rather. All right, I'll do this one. It's all right. Would you rather get your wisdom teeth pulled or your butt cheeks pierced?
Like the whole cheek?
Yeah, butt cheeks pierced.
Like straight through?
Yeah, listen, I don't
Or
write
just like
these
a
things.
little
Yeah,
part, or just a piece of it, like a little loop that could go in the skin and come out.
straight through.
Yeah, not straight through. I'd rather get, what was the first option?
Wisdom teeth pulled, but maybe like
I just
I'm
do
gonna
the
say
wisdom
wisdom teeth pulled, but you're awake.
Oh my gosh, are you numbed?
Yeah, you can be numb, but
That'd be
you know when you
painful.
get if you're numb, you still feel a little bit of the drilling even in a cavity.
Man, maybe the butt cheek pierce, because then I could just take it out.
You could take it out when you don't want it in.
Yeah. If I
Or
have to,
maybe
if
once
I
it's
have to
pierced.
risk feeling it, that would suck. But then you're sitting on your butt cheek and like you wouldn't be able to sit. You'd have to lay on your side or something. Because that
I
would
guess.
hurt.
I mean, I'd probably choose the wisdom teeth. I can handle like teeth, like the pain of like the dentist stuff pretty well.
Some
so.
of that is the worst pain though. If they do something wrong and they get you.
That's true. That's true. So
right.
comment below. Would you rather have your butt cheek pierced or a wisdom teeth pulled? All right. That's all it for episode. I never looked at what episode it is, but we'll let you know what episode it is later on. Adios, everybody. You got anything else to say, or are you just going to say bye?
Nope. Bye.
All right. Adios.